What's going on, guys? Clone Force 23 here. Got your boy Alec, and we are going to be bringing you guys another Jump to Lightspeed set for early deck tech. Got my boy Alex with me. Say, hey, what's up to the people?
What's up, everybody?
We got another exciting one, kind of a sleeper in the set format right now. I know there's a lot of talk about all these leaders, and there's not a lot of talk about her, but we're going to be talking about Asajj Ventress Tarkintown today, which is another one my boy Alex was testing with us, and it's an exciting one for sure. So if you have
Mm.
any questions, leave them down in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe; helps us out a lot. Otherwise, let's get into this with Alex here.
All right, yeah. So hard not to try and find something for turn one Tarkintown decks, right?
Yeah,
We hate them enough. Why don't we make another one?
right.
So how Asajj does this is with her ability. Um, like the Quinlan, you have a condition that you have to meet to do it. Is that you have to have a unit in the same arena, and then you can use Asajj's ability to ping each unit. Obviously, from there you're able to hit the Tarkintown. Um, However, blue tends to have grit, which kind of really gets to boost that up. So the Scout Bike Pursuers and the new Naboo spacecraft both have grit, so you're basically pumping your unit while killing theirs turn one. So that can be really powerful.
Yeah,
Um, Couple other units that are in there right now. If you're playing blue, Dr. Pershing's never a bad start. And looking at the First Legion Snowtrooper, so capitalizing on that damage, having damage units, and maybe punching for four to kind of clean something up later on could be helpful. Ship focus, we have a couple of pilots in here. We have the Interceptor Ace, which will give our units grit. So again, pumping our Asajj ability. Two of maybe arguably some of the best pilots that are in this set.
yeah.
Iden
One of
for
them for sure.
Yeah,
For sure, one of the
for
best.
sure I would say is Iden, which is
Yep.
um it's a for three you give your ship +3/+3 and a shield. Like there was
Yep.
playtesting between Alec and I where I just slapped that on a unit, punch for 6 for the rest of the game.
Yep.
The
And
shield it made it
it
more
feels
difficult.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like the blue villain Chewie. Like
Yeah.
this is what they got, and Iden is very scary.
Yeah. And then we've got IG in here as well. The 03 but is okay, but you're really getting you're getting that additional +3 attack when you have a damaged unit, which is of course simple enough to do when you've got a leader like Asajj. I've
Yeah.
also found it successful just playing it out as a ground unit because if you deal damage, then that's hitting for 7.
Yep.
So again, what I find interesting is that this is more of an aggressive blue red villainy. So there's still a lot of the control aspects where playing perilous position, power of the dark side, vigilance. I got one super laser blast in here because I've had some instances where it's like we've gone blow for blow, and then as we're getting late, and they've got super wide, so I'm gonna just clear out the field to kind of catch up. Um, Trying out the direct hit, two of them as my current 4 cost removal card from blue. Um, of course, if that's not successful, I'll just pick one of the other ones and we'll be fine.
So yeah, there's not many to pick from,
I know.
right? Surely there's not at least four.
Yeah, I mean, first couple weeks it's probably gonna do super well for sure. I mean, there's those insane Falcons that are getting just those Falcon Hans that are coming out right now are just insane. Um, it does not specify, or it does specify a non-leader vehicle unit, so you can't
Hmm.
Can't deal with the leaders with this one, so that might be a challenge. But I think I think there's going to be a lot of ships that are being played out right now, and
Yeah,
um, there's just
evidence the crime kind of is the same deal. It's just like, this is probably a early meta thing that will be in the main, and then
yeah, you
if
know,
people start moving away from ships and pilots as much, this could probably come out for something else as well.
yeah. I mean, the game I didn't have a space unit item early. It was I had a space unit and I took your Chewie, so it's like
Chewie, yeah.
okay. I mean, it's great. I think it'll have use if we are really seeing a lot of these like upgrade heavy decks. We see more decks trying to go tall rather than wide. Um, but I could see that being one of the first cards that kind of gets moved around as we start playing things
Yeah.
out.
Until you take someone's Poe and put it on your unit.
Because as a non-leader, it's a it's considered a yeah. Well, it doesn't say; it just says an upgrade.
Yeah.
So I that costs 3 or less.
Oh, I guess Poe
Yeah,
doesn't
I don't
technically
think.
cost 3 less.
Yeah, because it never cost his action cost is 1. It's not
Yeah, I was
upgrade
thinking
cost.
that. I was like, the all the leaders technically still cost.
You're thinking traitorous.
Yeah,
That's where you take their that's where you take
that's
their
where you take
leader,
the Poe.
and then you
Your
just
leader
protect
is
it
mine.
and
Yeah.
never let him play it again. Um, and again, like we have the Fang fighters in here too, so that might end up being the more efficient use of like dealing with upgrades, because then it's also a ship that we can add all of our pilots onto.
Yeah.
The bigger ships we have are the Corvus and the Ruthless Raider. Corvus is great because it's got that Restore 2, which is big. It's hitting for 4, and you also can move upgrades with it, which can be helpful. You can add it to itself, make it a little bigger, or if a unit's about to die and you want to keep that upgrade because you want to get the grit or you want to keep IG going, then that's a great option. And then Asajj comes out on 6. It's either a 4/6 on the ground or a 3/4 pilot upgrade, which gives grit or has grit innately, which I have on the ground gone in and finished off a leader with Asajj, deploying it, taken like 3 or 4 back, and then now I'm hitting back for 6 or 7 or 8,
Yeah.
which can feel pretty
Scary.
pretty scary on the ground. Top end removal or top end is the Snokes, but I could see that change out to a different option if we see what the value is there. The other one that recently came in that you pointed out that I liked was the Tide Dagger Vanguard.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that card did great synergy with Asajj, and we kind of like overlooked it at the
yeah,
beginning. We're like, I don't really know if this works it in there, but now I think it does.
yeah. I mean, you ping with your other unit, you drop that down. It's 3 damage. Again, it's piloting. It's great. Great options there.
Mhm.
Cards sitting to the side are cards I'm thinking about. The the event Fight Fire with Fire is the dealing damage to both units. Obviously, if you've got that grit, if you have grit going with either with Asajj or something else, you're killing a unit and pumping yours. Devastating Gunship feels like it could be in there at some point to remove a 2 health unit that you've been pinging down or damaging and playing off that grit. And then we can just try out some other bigger ships if we really want to.
Yeah.
Devastator or the Avenger are great options. I feel like if I were to try one first, I'd probably go with the Devastator. Again, this feels like a little more aggressive than other red-blue villainy decks, and you might want to close out a game with that 4 damage rather than continue to control the board with an Avenger.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a pretty crazy card. It could definitely slot in over Snoke there and just be more aggressive and also just pushing that threat,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, because a lot of control going on here. So there's maybe 1 or 2 units at that point. So you might clear out that unit, and then you're just sitting with your 9 attack ship.
Yeah. God forbid Asajj hasn't been deployed. Then you get to put her on that.
If you got the resources, drop Iden.
Yeah.
Give it the shield attack for
Gross.
way too much, but
don't die to the green devastator.
Yeah, I'll take that. But yeah, enjoying this one. Definitely gonna give it a try. Seems like a little bit of a less talked about one, but excited to see if the turn 1 Tarkintown continues to hold up.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good. I mean, I don't want to say maybe the first deck we've seen that's blue villain that's getting carried by the other color. So
Yeah, right.
love to see it. We love to see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know what you think of it. If you try it out, let us know. Otherwise, look out for our next ones, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you later. Peace.
Peace.
Space Tech, Spaceports, TCG, Card Sports, of course, till my voice goes hoarse. Welcome, wrecking, decking with the strategy, the energy, it's Clone Force 23. Space Tech.